often do you guys respond to rescues that involve wells?
So in my career here, I've responded to a few, some of which have been animals, people, and in all different walks. If in the middle of the yard, sometimes in the home, an outbuilding, a barn, they're all over. And sometimes they're just covered up and kind of forgotten. A lot of times the structure that would be above the ground has been removed. And so really it's just a hole in the ground that has been a piece of plywood, a piece of wood has been covered over. And that's where we get into the trouble. Sometimes concrete. They've just put concrete over top of it, and over time, a degradation of the concrete. And so it wasn't formally filled in. It's still a hole all the way to the bottom of the well, which was a source of life-giving water, is now a trap for animals and humans. Just a few months ago, it turned into someone falling through the floor that we thought was into a crawl space that actually had fallen into a well. And we had to rebuild part of the floor just to actually perform the rescue. They had seen the rock underneath the house, and they assumed that that was part of the foundation. And so they did not even know that the well was on the other side of the rock wall that was built. They had lived in the house for so long and didn't know the unexpected was right below their feet for 40 years. And was very, it was hard to understand in how this all happened, because why did it happen this time? And so that it was technical, trying to wrap my head around and making sure that we were capturing every piece that we could for the safety of everyone at the same time as accomplish the mission. Unfortunately, every scene that we have a not favorable outcome is hard, and rescuers get PTSD just like the military people do. And so we watch people. We watch our rescuers. We talk about the positives. We try to make sure that they understand they didn't create the issue, and we're there to help. And that's what our volunteers and our paid staff really, they want to help. And they want to do the best job they can to do what they love to do, and that is to help people. Unfortunately, we always can't help everything. If you know you have a well, you know, it would be best to make sure that you know that the structure that is either around it or above it is solid. And identify it. Put it on plots, on maps, so that as properties sell, if you know it's there, make sure it's identified, so when it transfers hands, whatever, it doesn't get, that legacy information does not get forgotten. Very important. A lot of us don't know where the old house was, and that old house usually had the well beside it, and so now that's the yard. And as time goes, things move, and so making sure that it is identified on a map